Did you enjoy this episode of Naruto Shippuden? What is going on, guys? It's your boy IC Josh. As you can see, I am sitting down on this one because I'm sitting down because I got mixed feelings about this episode. Like, at one point I'm like, oh man, this is great, and then at another point I'm just like, poor Itachi. Like, I mean, it's just like, we knew that he had a troubled like past and a lot of tragedy happened, and it's just like seeing it take fold and then the start of it take place is really heartbreaking. We see how he interacted with all of his teammates and how they were kind of like that Team 7 type vibe. I think it's Tenma is the guy, and I think it's Shinko is the girl, and Shinko's kind of like that, a Sakura type, and you can just definitely tell that there is some resentment about Itachi from Tenma, because he's kind of just like, look, I'm not like, I guess angry at him that he advanced so quickly and everything, but I mean, it's just like, if he wasn't here, I'd be at the top of the class. So it's kind of like he has that kind of like dickish mentality at first, but you see that the whole little cat whiskers and going after the Ninja Cat mission, it was like, it's kind of funny. It had its like funny moments, and then at some point in times it kind of just like, it's kind of like bland, and it was just like, okay, we don't really need to see this anymore. We see that just about every Genin has this mission. We don't need to see this anymore. And thank God they didn't like bring it in and like show us even more or other like dumb missions that we don't need. They kind of like, as soon as they gave us that mission, they fast forward until the tragedy. Now, before the tragedy, I want to say that Itachi and his little girlfriend are talking, and she's kind of like, I didn't get you anything for your graduation, and she's kind of like, well, is there anything you want? I'll give it to you. And he's looking at her eyes the whole time, and she's like, I can't give you that, but whenever you do awaken your Sharingan, I will be there to congratulate you. So that's kind of a foresight type thing there that's kind of like, you're killing it a little bit. But to get straight into the deeper part of this episode is basically the masked man that we see in Itachi's eyes of after he's became friends with his team, that it's this killer that comes in and slaughters everybody in front of him, and Itachi is just dramatized about it, and he doesn't really even know how to take it. He's just sitting there frozen in fear, and it's weird to kind of see Itachi in that like light of him being frozen in fear, as we know him in the actual canon material and Naruto Shippuden and all that stuff, how he's a badass. But it's really like interesting to kind of see how that took place, and how Obito fucked even more of his life up and kind of like twisted a lot of shit. We definitely are probably going to get more onto this next week, but I gotta say, for my thoughts on it, I really enjoyed this episode of Naruto, and it's kind of just like, it's still refreshing that we actually have some filler, but it's like it's canon filler, and it's refreshing to actually have like something good and kind of get you interested in what's going on in the backstory. Like, definitely, like, I want to see more of next week of basically Itachi and what kind of went on in that moment. I'm pretty sure we would probably have a little flashbacks here and there, but for this episode, I definitely got to give this a 9 out of 10, because I really did enjoy this. And if you're wondering why I'm sitting down, it was literally because I literally was just brainstorming the whole time how I literally felt and what I was going to say about this episode, because like, yes, it was really good, and if you haven't watched it, you really need to go see it. But it's like, man, like, it makes me want to go watch it again and again, just to be like, man, am I getting the same effect each time? And I feel like I probably would. But for next week's episode, definitely we're going to see a lot of Shisui and how he kind of interacted with Sasuke too, and definitely seeing how Itachi and their like best friend kind of relationship was going on and kind of formed, and we get to see them basically going up against some Anvu Black Ops members. That's pretty cool. It got me. In the comment section below, guys, you guys can tell me what you guys thought of this week's episode and how you felt about the whole Itachi and seeing Obito coming in there and basically mess up a lot more in Itachi's life, and basically how you think that's kind of going to play out a little bit. But definitely, if you enjoyed this episode, you smack that like button. And as always, guys, you know I'm reading your comments. You know I'm reading it. You can also tweet at me, whatever you want. But dude, I gotta watch this episode again. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel. It's the best way for you to know when I upload new videos. I'm Monty Josh, guys, and I'm out. Peace.